Well, hello everybody. Welcome to a nice shot of a golden corral and a dumpster. Hopefully I get out of this parking spot okay. I'm gonna talk to you about buffets post-COVID era here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, right off of Skybo, whatever. Right? So, Skybo, tomato. And right across the street here is the Cross Creek Mall, which I've never been to, maybe someday. It's actually doing okay, but it is like the biggest mall within a probably about 80-mile radius. Well, maybe less, 50 or 50-mile radius with Raleigh. Raleigh's got some bigger, a little more upscale malls. But as we're turning here on the 401 bypass, bypass in name only, right? Yeah. So this is like the biggest business district here of Fayetteville that we're in. So going to be turning on the Morganton Road soon. Not this light, but the next light. Hopefully we'll be able to, the scenery around that you're viewing will hopefully be a little bit better. And again, I just saw Cross Creek Mall, CBL and Associates. They just filed for bankruptcy, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens to their malls, because they own also the mall in Winston-Salem, which is, I hate when people get as close to you as possible, almost like they want to hit your bumper on purpose. But CBL and Associates, they have a Haynes Mall and up in Winston-Salem, which is doing very well. Of course, then again, it's kind of the best mall in the whole region there. Okay, photo enforced light, so we better not run this light here. So, let's see, Baskin Robbins, the drive-through. So yeah, I'll be, oh, you just broke the law, no U-turn. So, I'll be talking about the Golden Corral, and I'll be, shooting off some random, bad drivers or notable things on our drive here, and I guess it's a little bit western part of Fayetteville. But anyway, okay. Everything you want to know about. Oh, come on, man. How many? Oh, 2 cars. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Freaking brake. Come on. Alright now. Well, eventually they get some red light runners there. Anyway, as I was saying, everything you wanted to know about Golden Corral post-COVID, but we're afraid to ask. Plus, we'll kind of review the restaurant as it is. Fayetteville. Ugh. That looks like a nice neighborhood. Well, it's an apartment complex, excuse me. Apartments. Here in Fayetteville. So, this apartment complex here on the right, I think, I was looking to rent a room, I think, at that apartment complex a couple years ago. I moved to North Carolina. I really wanted to move to Greensboro, but after about a week or so of looking at, properties and calling people and trying to get a place to live, I didn't have any luck. So, I'm going to go to Fayetteville. It's dirt cheap to live here. Of course, part of the problem with that is the crime rate is pretty high from what I heard. I did eventually end up in Greensboro. Bonanza Drive. Okay, so Golden Corral post-COVID. So you walk in, and this Golden Corral looked like it had recently been remodeled, which is nice. Had a little dumpster by it and everything. What else? What else was I going to say? And Golden Corral actually got started in Fayetteville back in 1973. I don't know the exact location. I do not think it was at that location. I think that commercial area, the mall, was built late 70s, early 80s, so probably give a few years after that. That location's probably been there maybe 30 years or so, 30, 35. Anywho, so you walk in, and the first thing I notice is that they have like a huge, it's like a rope walk. You know, you walk from one end of the room to the other, and you got to keep staying within the rope lines and go, walk like that. Kind of like when you were to go into like a big, roller coaster at a music park. You know how they have the lines, and they have like a big rope line. You go through a big room, go from side to side, kind of like that. Of course, Golden Corral, depending on what time of day you go, the lines can be a little bit long, but still, this one, it looked like temporary for some reason. Okay, and of course they didn't have, used to be able to get a tray and, get your drink and everything self-serve, and then you pay before you go to the buffet. This time, though, you just walk right straight through and you pay to go to the buffet. So I think this is where we want to go. I think. Yeah. And, the server will, you ask the cashier what drink you want, and the server will put in your drink. Okay, so then you have collecting my train of thought here. Okay, now when you first get in, the door will tell you have to wear a mask. Okay. And then you find a place to sit like you always do, and then you go to the buffet bar. Now at the buffet bar, they have a little seating. They have a place where actually a staff member has to get you a plate and the little utensil bag, I think is what they call it. So they have to do it that way. They have to hand you a plate and everything. But then you get to go to the buffet bar, serve yourself. Now, I've heard from some buffets that have remained self-serve during the COVID thing that you have to wear gloves. At this Golden Corral, though, they actually did not have gloves at the buffet. They had them at the little plate stand, where you get your plate. But at the buffet itself, they just had napkins. And of course, still though, you can just go right up there, use your hands, okay, and pick up the serving spoon and get your food. So really, not much difference than pre-COVID at this particular Golden Corral. Now, if you look at the Golden Corrals, most of them are self-serve buffet. Now, some of them have gone to, holy moly, goodness gracious, man, you're a little booger, man. Somebody's on my tail or something. They're switching lanes without blinking anything. So, what am I saying? I'm trying to say, aggressive driver. So, all right, let's see here. I think I might be lost, folks, but Okay, glad that truck driver is finally off my tail. I mean, I was switching lanes, and he followed me over and didn't use his blinker either. It's like crazy. Anyway. Okay, so most of the Golden Corrals, excuse me, have stayed self-serve buffet style. Some of them will be cafeteria style, where, you know, there's somebody else serving you food. But in the cafeteria style, you can still go as many times through the lines you want, but somebody is serving you food, and that really, I don't like it that way, and that really kind of defeats the purpose of a buffet. You know, right? It does. You know, it's like you're going back to high school, or, you know, my first couple years of college. I went away to college, and, you know, you eat as much as you want, but somebody else is serving you. So if you wanted to pig out on a steak or pot roast, and they just give you a little crummy serve, you had to make 4 or 5 trips till you're satisfied. See, there you go. That's why I don't do that whole cafeteria style. Okay, and then the other style is family style, where you sit down, waitress, you know, takes your drink order, then they ask you what items do you want, and then if it's just one person, they'll probably just bring you a little piddly little, you know, cup of mac and cheese if that's what you want, or, you know, that's what else am I saying? They'll you know, if you have, like, you know, more than, you know, one person, if you have 3 or 4 people, they'll bring you a whole big serving bowl and a bunch of other meats and entrees, but that's family style. So, okay, the buffet, this particular location, let's see, yeah, this particular location opened at 9:30. I got there about 10:15. Nice thing about what Golden Corral did about 2 or 3 years ago was they, they started opening up early, right? Which is pretty cool. You know, at 10, some of them 9, some of them even serve, like Winston-Salem location, they open up 7 every day of the week for breakfast. But the neat thing about the locations that open up at 10 or 9:30, as this one did, is that you get the breakfast buffet, but you also get all your standard lunch offerings. That's a good shot of the VA hospital there. You know, you get all your breakfast food, but also get all your lunch food. You get your fried chicken, your mac and cheese, your barbecue chicken, your pulled pork, corn, lima beans. You know, the only thing they did not have on the menu was, and I'm hoping this is just because of the COVID. This is not like they didn't take it permanently off. Was the little mini steak burgers. I love those things. They are so yummy, 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 right? Oh, and my server was very good. Had some great service. I didn't get the lady's name, but I would have given her a YouTube shout out. But she did a really good job. She kept my drink, my glass of Diet Coke never got more than halfway empty, which is great. Yeah, so she did a really wonderful job of, because don't just hate when you go to these buffets and you know, you get like almost dehydrated because you're waiting for, you know, a drink refill. Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, yeah, Golden Corral post COVID, I have to say I have to give it an A plus. Would have been nice if they would have had little pork chop steaks or the little mini burgers, but oh well. I think, you know, pretty good job, Golden Corral, at least here in Fayetteville. But the one year you're in your neighborhood, your neck of the woods might be a little different than mine, but okay. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.